We're going into a time now for our grade 12s to come up and share favorite verse, favorite quizzing memory, something that you're taking away from your time here. And so if you want to come and line up over here and really have a couple of minutes to share what God has put on your heart. So if any of our grade 12s want to come and share, now is your time.
Probably some of you already know me, but some of you don't. And I'm obviously in grade 12. Honestly, I was planning on going last because I have a lot to say. And I was like, oh, somebody else will say some of this for me, so I won't have to say it all. But quizzing is just such an amazing thing. And I hope all of you can appreciate that right now. Sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. So you all have lots of years left, I hope. So use them well. I would say that in the same sort of line, sometimes when you're memorizing, yes, God does bring those verses to mind, and that is amazing, and I'm sure lots of people are going to talk more about that. But I also find that years after you've memorized, and you go back and you read those books, and the word just comes alive so much more than it does when you haven't already memorized it and gone through it and studied it. And it's just so powerful for you in your later life. And so, a little bit of encouragement. If you don't see all of the fruit now, there is some now, and more will come in the future. It just keeps on giving and giving and giving and giving. It is amazing. Thanks.
You don't know me because this is my first year as well as my last year. But I just want to say that I had never heard of anything like Bible quizzing before, and I went through youth group. Most of the people in youth group are in quizzing as well. So it was like this thing that was like, I had no idea. I never heard of it at all, and then all of a sudden I'm in it, and it's this like huge thing and like so beautiful, and everybody is together and we're like singing together, and it's very beautiful. I was very blessed this year because this community has been like integral to pushing me forward. I think a lot of people echo that it like really it's helpful, and it can be a big part, but not such time-wise for me, as some of you have been here like all your lives, but for me, just like the impact is more, what's the word? Condensed, concentrated. Yeah, so thank you, all of you.
I didn't know if I wanted to get here tonight because whenever I go to say something, it blanks and I don't remember what I'm going to say. But I feel like quizzing has taught me that I'm not alone, and here's already coming. But just standing in this room and we're worshiping, and like instruments go quiet and we're all just praising God, like this reminds me that I'm not alone. And I think if I didn't have quizzing, I don't know where I'd be with my faith. So I'm just really glad that I have this community, and that just to let you guys know that you aren't alone. So, and yeah.
I think quizzing has taught me perseverance, because I was excited to start quizzing, but then it was hard. So, I wanted to quit, but my parents pushed me on, and I've enjoyed quizzing, even though it's been hard. And even when we go to internationals, it would be hard on the shift between finals and internationals, just keeping studying on and on until you finally get to final internationals and then quiz. It's not easy, but I think it's taught me perseverance.
One thing that's been valuable for me that I've taken out quizzing is healthy competition, and what that's meant in my life. As probably lots of you guys have known, I like to play a lot of sports, and when I play sports, I play to beat Mr. Vincent. And yeah, 50-50. I'm being a little generous to him, but anyway. Well, quizzing is one of those. It's been a good lesson to me of why. It's been like how to focus on staying competitive while yet doing it for a different cause than not only just winning itself. And one thing that we just recently talked about in our quiz group was it's not about the achievement. You already have the treasure. So I think that's something valuable that every quizzer should cherish.
Hello. I did not actually plan to be on here that much, but here I am. I've been quizzing for 2 years, so I haven't had too much experience, but what I have learned through the experience of Bible quizzing has been very memorable, and I will be able to carry it on from generation to generation. I find that Bible quizzing is a great place to make friends, be able to get to know people, and learn more about God. And yeah, basically what Zen said, I really like what he said about it's not what we make in achievements, but what we treasure up in our hearts.
Okay. I always be like, oh no, I'm not going to do it this time, and then I always end up doing it. Sometimes God is a little bit annoying, but that's okay. Okay, so one thing I really like in quizzing is that you're constantly studying one book of the Bible. Because usually when I read the Bible, I just breeze through it and don't really focus on a little bit of it. So I wanted to share some verses that were really important for me this year. And it says, I did memorize them, but I'm just using it just in case I made a mistake or whatever. Luke 14:26 and 27. If anyone comes to me and does not hate father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even their own life, such a person cannot be my disciple. And whoever does not carry their cross and follow me cannot be my disciple. So there's a lot of how important it is to kind of give your everything to God and trust Him with your life. Because it's not really, I mean, I like my sisters and my parents, but it's kind of giving God your everything. So yeah, thank you.
God's word does not return void. We've gone through a kind of a hard season, our church family has. And it's amazing with those nights when you can't sleep, these verses, I don't even know where they're at. I just know they're quizzing verses. They wash over you. And God uses them to mend your broken heart when you just feel like crying all the time. The safest place to be is right next to Jesus. I have this picture in my head of a mama duck with her little ducklings that are always right by. Be little ducklings and stay close to Jesus, as close to Him as you possibly can. Any other grade 12s? Going once? All right.